What's up, people? It's your boy MM2K of CloudDosage, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and MM2K Gaming, back again with another episode of the CDO GFN recap. This is where we talk about the latest and greatest in the GFN weekly news, especially from the Thursday blog. And man, oh man, do we have a big one for you this week. But before we get into all that, do us a huge favor. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and rock those bells for notifications, please. And consider becoming a member, because I drop some member exclusive content here, particularly my weekly series called Cloud Meets Mainstream. As a cloud gamer, as a cloud gaming advocate, you guys know I love Geforce now, and I love the whole prospect of cloud gaming enhancing gaming overall once it finally maturizes. I like to talk to cloud gamers because we're a specific type of gamer, and we're really antsy and we're really anticipating the time and the day that cloud gaming becomes more predominant and becomes more mainstream. However, that conversion is not going to happen overnight, and it requires some things to happen in order for it to become. So I talk to cloud gamers from the mainstream gaming perspective on some of the things that are needed to help this transition happen sooner rather than later, because I think this is something that all of us on the cloud gaming side would want. So there are some steadfast things that need to be part of the cloud gaming conversion. We talk about them, and we talk about different things about cloud gaming in respective to mainstream gaming interaction. All right, so check that out. It is a member timed exclusive, and it comes out a week later for the public. So if you want to be there while we're recording it and taping it every Thursday, then definitely consider joining. And you're going to want to join at the $4.99 tier or up in order to participate. All right, with that said, we got a special week of GFN Thursday stuff. Let's get right into it. Let me see if I can find the right thing on my soundboard. Okay, there we go. All right, this is the article from CloudDosage. This is GFN Thursday. Mod support comes to the World of Warcraft on Geforce Now. Yes, you heard it right. So let's talk about the article. Let's go over the article, and then we're going to talk about it on the back end. It says, World of Warcraft gets mod support. Geforce Now has announced that they have partnered with CurseForge to bring support for customization mods to World of Warcraft and Geforce Now platform. There will be over 25 add-ons available for Geforce Now Ultimate and Priority members to choose from, ranging from UI customization, combat add-ons, action bars, quest helpers, and lots more. The add-ons will be easy to implement. Geforce Now players will just need to launch World of Warcraft and enable add-ons from the games menu. There are more details in the handy article here. Brand new adventure in Azeroth is launching on August 26th with the upcoming World of Warcraft expansion. The War Within. Geforce Now members who pre-order the Epic Edition of the War Within will be able to stream the expansion 4 days early on August 22nd. And then that's not it. This game's week in news, of course, is not. It is not a GFN Thursday without the arrival of some new games to the GFN library. This week, we have 5 new additions, 2 of which are branded new releases. We also have Psychonauts 1 and 2 coming to the GFN library this week. The latter is available on PC Game Pass. And here is the full list of new game arrivals. There's Level 0 Extraction coming via Steam, Shape Z2 coming via Steam, Core Manufacturer via Steam, and Psychonauts 2 via Steam, and Psychonauts 2 particularly Steam and Xbox. All right, so that's it for the article. Let's talk about what I think is the big whoop to do here, and that's mods. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is probably the biggest, if not one of the biggest, updates that Geforce Now has applied. I talked to a lot of my mainstream gaming friends, and they really do like Geforce Now. They like Geforce Now because it takes the power of a top rig and puts it in a plug and play style of a console, and it does it at a very affordable and approachable price, $9.99, $19.99, or that's if you're paying monthly. And then there's the also the cheaper bundle packages that you'll get for priority and ultimate. But one of the things that we constantly hear about are mods. Like, I would love to play that game on Geforce Now. It looks awesome, but I really want to add some mods to it, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I figured they were looking at ways around the whole mod situation, but I did not expect it to come this soon. And even though this is just for World of Warcraft, even though it's limited to that, this is telling you that they're breaking through with new updates and technology that's out there to merge with its already fantastic service. I mean, if they continue on this path, I mean, this is going to be huge. Like, you know, for instance, look, the best way to play Starfield, I feel, is on NVIDIA GeForce Now. I mean, yes, can I build a rig where Starfield plays better or has better performance? Absolutely. But guess what? I'm gonna be eating Navy beans for the rest of the year if I do so. Again, very approachable, nominal fees of $9.99 or particularly $19.99 when it comes to GeForce Now Ultimate. If you're paying monthly, again, there is a big sale going on. It ends this week, the week that this is recording, so you definitely want to take advantage of that to where you can get 6 months of NVIDIA GeForce Now bundled at 40%. You can't beat that with a stick. So you can get a bundle for 40% off, I believe. You can't beat that with a stick. The most approachable way and to get the best fidelity when it comes to these titles is through NVIDIA GeForce Now Ultimate. Here's what I will say. NVIDIA, I know that a lot of you in the cloud gaming space really prefer like native interaction. I get it. We had Stadia that really acted on that. We got xCloud that's really, you know, that's still pursuing native stuff. I've talked to NVIDIA in the past. They've mentioned that, hey, look, they've seen developers do some very cool stuff with their APIs, so there's no telling what could be coming down the pike as far as like native support for whatever. But I think things have to happen in decency and order. And one of the things that might make this progression slower as far as mainstreamhood for cloud gaming is mainstream acceptance. This is like a bartering deal. Like this kind of reminds me, when I mention this, just kind of reminds me of what happens when with digital distribution and DRM. Remember how it was lauded and hated 2013 with the Xbox One when they tried to do it, even though they had some cool things in there. You could share your game with 9 people. I mean, it was going to be some very cool stuff, some revolutionary stuff that Xbox was going to present with the Xbox One had people just accepted DRM, but they just weren't ready to accept it yet. And it took like close to a decade for people to finally start accepting digital distribution, where I think even PlayStation reported that 90% of their or 80% of their distribution last fiscal quarter was digital distribution. Now, we are the movers and the shakers and the forward thinkers of the gaming community. A lot of people, we jump in first as the tech enthusiasts, and then people follow. But we still need people to follow. And they got to do it at their own pace, and we gotta entice them with things that make them feel comfortable. So as important as the native support is, simultaneously we got to do those olive branch type things that bring the native that brings the native gamer over to this side. And I think GeForce Now is doing that. They're doing a fantastic job of that. Mod support even if it's just done at this scale, at this moment, is important. It's huge. I can't emphasize on that even more. So many people, I like that, man. I like how Geforce now feels, but what about the mods? Well, that seems like they're starting to address that, and they're doing it with one of the biggest games out there. So there's going to be a lot of feedback, a lot of input to help to do future and help them approach future implementations with even more games in the future. I think this is huge. I don't think that this is getting the attention that it deserves. And we're going to look back at this, I think, in the future and say these are one of the breakthrough moments, not for just GFN, but cloud gaming altogether. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys and gals think about this in the comment section below, because like I always say, who cares what I think? But if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. They will lead you to Hard Knock Digital Culture, MM2K Gaming, and of course here, CloudDosage. With all that said, peace. Have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day.